It's showtime. Breaking news, breaking news. Welcome back. Come on in, come on in.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for another ATS News live stream. Saturday night is our hangout session, and we kind of decompressed from the heavy topics that we discussed during the week and on Friday nights. And we kind of discuss more so the creators in the true crime community who are covering the cases that we follow. And we're taking a break from JLR, and we're taking a break from Lauren Matthias from Hidden True Slime, which Amy has awesome coverage of too. I love your Lauren Matthias coverage. When are you going to do another breakdown of one of their streams?
Definitely. Absolutely. She's a gift that keeps on giving too.
I know. But yeah, sorry we were a little late because this is a messy subject. So I had to get my notes straight and just make sure, because it's very convoluted and there's a lot of messiness. But I'm sure you guys have seen through, just other people posting about it and Jolene covering it. But this Jess Macchiato, that's what I'm going to call her, because I think it's hilarious that Jolene made that up. And it's super messy. Yeah. I had to ask Amy to come on with me because she has more of like a grasp of this shit show and has her own personal experiences that she's shared on her channel as well too. So if you're not subscribed to Amy Boston, you can definitely click, and I'll share her link in the chat. And then usually in the title, it like has your name blue where it's clickable, but for some reason yours wasn't coming up blue.
Oh,
have you changed your handle like numerous times?
No, I haven't. I have like I'm in your StreamYard. That could be why. I'm not sure.
No worries. I'll share your channel, and everyone knows you, and my mods know you too. So we're ready to go. So I think that like you and me met through obviously Karen Reed, I know, but also I think Sebastian Rogers, or no?
Sebastian Rogers. Yep.
That's where it originated.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you've been a part of
True Crime. You. Yeah, that's true. Like I know that I've seen you in chats like over the years, but I think the Lauren Matthias and Karen Reed second trial really, like, I don't know, we just like click because we're both East Coast, I think. And I don't know, I just have really been inspired by your whole journey that you've been sharing too on your channel, like through your breast cancer survival like story is really amazing, and I'm so happy for you. And I'm actually, on the other hand, very disgusted that the community has tried to like, take that from you and make up lies about you. And this is bunnies who are the fans of Jess Machado. So Olaf and Dreamfeed Media kind of give good little backgrounds, but from what I can grasp is the Karen Reed community, it got a little crazy, even for myself. Like I kind of backed out of it. Like, as soon as she was acquitted, and unfortunately there is so much movement still in the civil cases, and we're rooting for Karen all the way, but it's gotten very messy to a point where it's like I'll follow it, like if Defense Diaries covers an update and stuff, but like I'm not in the community like I used to be, in chats and stuff like I used to be, but I still follow Karen, and I want her to succeed and overcome any obstacle, because I truly believe the corruption in that case, and they tried to frame her basically. And that case brings, because it's not like a case that we study that the defendant is guilty, and it's a different vibe when it's a case that you are very passionate that they're being framed. Like, don't you feel like Karen Reed community, like different vibe and different type of like, I mean, then in every case there's like crazies that you end up coming across. I've noticed that, like Watt's case and all that, like there's a lot of crazies in that case too. But the Karen Reed case, it just seems to breed like so much drama.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like from the beginning, it's been this way, and the more creators, and that's something too, I think that kind of sets the Karen Reed community apart from other communities I've been in, like different cases, is that we would all stand out together. We would all protest and be at the courthouse. And it's kind of like an AA meeting, like a bunch of people that would never hang out, congregate, and
Yeah.
drama, and all the creators have seen each other and have, gone out to dinner and have done all these things. So it's a recipe for disaster, I think, with that. And,
Mhm.
you know,
And yeah, it is one of the only cases where a lot of the people who are in the chat met in person. Like, because other
yeah.
cases, like, it's hard to explain, but with the Karen Reed movement, and the first trial I heard of Turtle Boy, but I purposely told myself, like, don't go down that rabbit hole. Like, you want to stay objective in this case and just see
Yeah.
what the jury is going to see. Don't be swayed even by Court TV's coverage, because Court TV was very, like, damning on Karen, and, like, Vinnie Politan was like, she was drunk, but, like, they very much wanted her to be guilty, I think.
Yeah.
And I knew that Aiden was the opposite of that, but I wanted to see it from my point of view without going down like his channel and his coverage. And
Yeah,
then the
that's smart.
second trial, I started following him closely, and I was like really moved by the movement and like digging into the McAlberts. There's something to it, but I always thought Higgins definitely was like with the first trial. I always thought Higgins was like number one suspect to me.
Him and Brian Albert.
Yeah.
I always thought like they're tag teamed the whole situation, because they're so I was saying, I saw someone in chat, they're like, it's so multifaceted between like the law enforcement angle and the and the town people are townies around here, and who knows who, and Karen kind of being an outsider, no one like John, and Higgins was hooking up with her. Like there was so much there. And I can understand why people didn't want to go the Turtle Boy route, because he was so passionate against that. Oh no, she was framed, that people who weren't willing to look kind of came late to the party. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh no, she's definitely guilty. And I thought so too. Like when I first saw the headline, that morning I woke up and she was like, oh, Boston police officer killed by girlfriend in a sad car accident. I was like, wow, that sucks. And then everything kind of started to materialize. And being in true crime, I usually get the ick from people who are accused, and I'm like, yeah, something's up there. But with her, I just knew that she was being framed by Mass State Police and Canton Police. And the more you found out, the more, and that's what drew people out to go protest in their towns or meet people in other towns and stuff. And that's where it separated for me, was that I actually met people in chats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it got sticky, it got
I'm
weird.
trying to think. I met her through Facebook group. Yeah, no, I've never met in person somebody from the YouTube community, like true crime. So when I would see people in, outside of the courthouse, but then also they're talking about being in the chats and stuff like that, like it was kind of cool, because it's like, yeah, you know what? Like we might as well be all there in person if we can be, we're all in chat together. Like it was like really, but then I was like, okay, so so-and-so's sleeping with so-and-so, so-and-so's got beef with this person, and this girl's like trying to get an RO on that person. Like, and I was like, this is a little too crazy, because it's almost like, I hate to say it, but it's almost like but which it would happen at any workplace, like if you open a restaurant together, like, and you go through, or you start a job together, go to school together, was like, people are always going to be hooking up and all that. So I guess it makes sense that like it did end up but those, friendships that form, like sometimes what I saw is Jess Machado. I never understood why Turtle Boy would praise her so much. Like I would check out her channel, and this is just my outside opinion looking in on like the Karen Reed. And I never understood, like, why does he give her all these props? Like what would her channel be anything without Turtle Boy? Like, honestly.
In my opinion, no. Like, so I'll tell you why he would praise her so much. Hey, Crack. So at the end of trial 1, She was working, I believe she was still with Fall River Reporter. It's like a local paper that she was writing for or whatever. And so she got a seat, a press pass. And Aiden, being as controversial as he is now, he has gone after Mass State Police before. He was a thorn in their ass all along. And then this came along and it got even worse. He didn't get a seat during the verdict. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's done an article on Jess before, and that kind of came out later. But she was going there, and she had a seat for him. She had a seat, and she gave up her seat during the first verdict for him, and said, "No, you deserve to sit there." And so I feel like he felt indebted to her. Like, no, I'm going to pump you up. Like, I'm going to help you now. Like, I don't care that I wrote an article. I'll take it down. I'm sorry. Like that type of thing. But he's done that to so many people in this area. So it's like, but yeah, he pumped her up and everything because she gave up her seat in the box during the verdict of the first trial where she was, it was a hung jury.
Yes. And the thing too is that being the basis for their friendship to me was very calculated on Jess's part because she knew, okay, he's got this following. Not only does he have a following, but like people argue like that he has a cult following.
Yeah, I mean,
and I can't say that like he doesn't. And I can also say that I'm not like a turtle writer, but in instances where it's him versus other people, like a lot of times I'm like, oh, I kind of see like in this case, I'm obviously on Turtle Boy's side because Jess was so atrocious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I can look at this whole situation from like the outside view because I'm not like in any cult. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
even when
like I like Aiden. I like Aiden. I was never a Jess watcher. I didn't click with her as a creator.
Her background was always too loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we doing these patterns?
Yeah. And like before, and then it was like the introduction of her. She wanted appearance fees from other creators for her to come on, and I think she too started taking the Turtle Boy approach with things, where there's only one Turtle Boy. Like, you should find your own groove, and I think that was lost in her coming up in the creative world.
Yeah, and I think that it's a combination of like he felt like, she gave me her seat. That was nice of her. Like, let me, throw out her name a few times. You know what I mean? But then I also think I agree with this comment that like it ended up he's telling her things about Meredith and maybe about his court stuff and stuff that he doesn't need out there. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh shit, like I've unfortunately shared a lot with this person and now like the bridges are burning between us, like, or I can't really let this bridge burn down because she'll tell everybody, you know what I mean? Like I think it's like a hole that gets dug in a lot of these situations and friendships with like creators and
100%.
subs and other creators. And so I think that there's like a layer of that too. Like, I don't know. It's
trusting the wrong people or I think everyone's in her back and forth. I think that they it started off as a friendship as a creator, and then you're in each other's lives and you have this trial in common, but in the end, like, you don't really know who you're talking to at the end of the day, right? Literally. And so you're trying to trust somebody, but you don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen with any friendship, and a lot of these friendships have gone south.
Yeah, and it gets to a point where, oh yeah, I mean, I've seen it so many times. Like, my channel's like 7 years old. Like, there's times that I took off because of pregnancy. Like, some people have been following me before I was even a mom. So like,
oh my God,
there's a lot of like, but a lot can happen in a short amount of time on social media. Like, you can make these connections and this whole like talking about, she's obsessed with talking about the glare, like obsessed. And she wants the drama with him because it gets her the views too. You know what I mean? Like she knows that too. Like, so for her to be like, I don't really want to say his name because I don't want to like give him attention. It's like, but why do you mention him every single stream?
Right. And I think her approach to whatever is going on right now is like tanking because it's constant attack after attack after attack on so many people. And I think this Baker situation, the Broken Baker situation, I think everyone was just like, all right, like I'm not doing, like, I can't anymore. No, I mean, she has a very strong following, but it's culty, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just like people say about, I mean, this, every creator, I mean, JLR has like culty fans.
He's got a cult.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of creators have what someone could perceive as a cult, and it's ugly, and the personal attacks and the doxing and I mean, she gets how YouTube works, but I don't think that she saw past the Karen Reed community, and that there's so many more creators that are ready to eat her up and spit her out.
Yeah, and her whole like explanation. So for those who don't know, gosh, the Baker situation, how can we sum that up real quick?
So she has a parasocial relationship with somebody who, kids, be careful who you meet on the internet. I don't know her. I just I don't have any relation with her. However, Broken Baker is a creator from outside this country. He got into it the first couple of years, and he ran the first trials. Long story short, Jess is friends with this girl, and this girl had a sexting relationship with a creator, part of the Karen Reed. And they were sexting. Shit went wrong. She couldn't, this is what I heard, couldn't take rejection, and things started to get dicey for Baker. And Jess saw a reason. J7, yes, toe beans, J7. And things just went south, and there was a lot of really nasty shit said about Broken Baker, and things kind of spiraled for Jess. But we have to remember, she's gone after like almost every creator in free Karen Reed. So,
and this girl on the screen is J7. So she ends up hooking up with Baker, and he ends things with her. She says to Jess in this live stream that she had like mental breakdown.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And the other thing that is problematic, not only is it problematic sometimes meeting up with people that you don't know, like through the internet, you think you know them, but you don't, right. Which altogether is just...
It's scary, you guys.
Leave this. It was happy.
Listen, it's scary, you guys. It's scary, you guys. It's just very scary. It's just getting kind of scary.
Yeah. The internet's a scary place.
Yeah, and not only is it scary, when you realize that I actually don't know this person, and for some instances, people are hooking up with people and being like, oh my God, like now they're psycho, or, like this is real stuff that ends up happening.
Yeah.
Like, on
time
YouTube
after time.
Behind the scenes, like a lot of subs and stuff don't know about it, but
yeah.
When somebody is also giving your channel a ton of money, which it also needs to be like added in about J7, is like this girl, and some people think she's the one that like did the swatting.
I believe that. Yeah, I don't think it was Jess herself, but
a million.
Oh yeah, I don't think it was Jess herself. I think it might have been one of her rabid rabbits who really go hard for her. But like, it's attached to your channel, right? You're beefing with a creator that is having an event in Tennessee, not even in Massachusetts, and please show up. And there was calls into 911. I personally, I don't think it was Jess herself. I'd put my money on J7. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't think it was Jess herself, though. But you're guilty by association. You got to be careful who you're associating with, and that's where the YouTube boundaries get crossed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there is a possibility, absolutely, that there was maybe Macchiato was egging on J7, like, do it, or like, I'm not going to tell you, even if you say to somebody like, oh, I won't tell you not to, or something like that, you're still culpable.
Yeah.
And this girl literally has said that she's gone to therapy and had like a mental breakdown about like all this drama with Baker and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, so she called 911. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we solved this.
Yeah.
And I could
If that's
definitely
if that's the face for your channel, like you're doing your channel and your what Jess likes to say, her brand and her talent, that's the face of your channel. That's what people are associating to your channel. So, and you clearly have a relationship with her. You're doing streams with her. She's clearly your girl. She's sending you money over fist, and you feel the need to stick up for her, right? So there's so many different avenues to go down of why this can go seriously wrong, and we're going to see how this went seriously wrong today. It went seriously wrong for Jessica Macchiato, and it's not looking good. And she's doubling down. And I see because I never really watched her. I'm seeing clips. I'm going back to other streams that people are telling me to look, and like the behavior and how she treats people is atrocious. And whether or not it's an act. Because like everybody, like I have an online personality. If you guys like see me roast Laura Mathias, I don't act that way every day. But you know, I'm kind of animated or whatever. Like people have an online, can have an online personality. But to be outright nasty to people,
that's the thing, and that's why this is like on the radar now of so many, because it was like, okay, some situation happened where she's being kind of associated with someone who might have swatted like a group of people or something. It was like, oh, that doesn't sound good. It doesn't look good. She does this whole stream like pretty much saying how it wasn't her and stuff, and then it looked even more cringy. And so that's where we get to now. People are starting to share it with streamers who just break down cringy people like Lauren Mathias, JLR, and you know, now Jess Macchiato is on the radar for channels like Jolene Lunzer.
She's so funny.
Hold on, because I think we need to kind of reel it in and explain the thumbnail before we get into the dig deeper. So after Jess does, and Jess is in the pink there in the striped shirt, for those who don't know. She's the one that has the eyebrows that look like a comma on its side.
It looks like a semicolon. I can't.
Yeah, like, so I want her to know, like, you can fix that. This is how.
Crack is Whack is right. He says, sorry with Jimmy, it did. It did.
Always is creating the hair-like strokes to complete
This is
the
how
length
you can
of
fix
our brow.
it,
And this is what I call creating the bridge. I want your brows to be parallel. So again, we're straightening out that line. Don't worry. You will still have an arch. A lot of people.
Somebody said, crap, I can't remember who it was, said that they looked like hockey sticks.
All it does is create a more unbalancing looking brow. You can see all I did was fill in underneath, complete.
So yeah, we can fix that for you, Jess.
Yeah.
We can fix that.
Threading does wonders. You just don't touch it. Yeah, someone just said she's very Laura Mathias-y. That's how she's acting. If this is an act, you should abort mission. Because what's going to happen is you're just a laughing stock in the Krama community, and that's never going to go away. You're going to be under a microscope your entire YouTube career now.
Yeah, and that's
it's crossed over.
Like, when she tries to drag, so Jolene gets a hold of her like video, Jess's video that she's trying to say like it wasn't me, like, you know, she's digging herself a deeper hole about this swatting situation, which only made her look more like, are you associated with someone who did do it? Like, I just don't know. Like, you seem like a cop caller type person, or you know. In my opinion, I don't know. I think it's possible, in my opinion, that she was associated with either the swatting call herself or egged on somebody else to do it. I could be totally wrong, but either way, she did a stream that didn't work in her favor. Jolene started making fun of it. And then Jess can't handle the criticism from Jolene. Because it's freaking hilarious and true.
It is true.
So
And
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, in like the Karen Reed community wouldn't ever say anything out their mouth because they just kept their ick to themselves and would like, watch for the train wreck, every day, or wouldn't watch her, and they wouldn't say anything because she would weaponize her perceived friendship with Aiden, and Aiden's very divisive. Like, he will call anybody out and dox you. Like, and so people were scared to be like, Jess sucks. And so, and people were seeing what was going on for a very long time.
And that worked very much in Jess's favor, having Turtle Boy. So that's why
100%.
There were so many times, though, like during their quote friendship, that I never could understand. But even giving up the seat for that, like,
apparently she contacted him while he was in jail, like Meredith did. And I didn't know that until like last week. One of my girls that I met through the thing, she was like, that she contacted him when he was in Dedham, right? Because Dedham House of Correction. And I was like, wait, she did? And so, and this is another thing like that came to light after I realized who she was. Like the whole, after she got the restraining order on Grant Smith Ellis and this and that, Turtle Boy did an article about her back 6 years ago that was not, used all of her own words and behavior, but she did not like it. And the exit interview that they did showed that she's not over that shit, but she contacted him when he was in Dedham at like a very vulnerable area in life, a place, I should say.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Olap. I was just saying that you've done really good coverage and summing up like this whole debacle. And the thing too is not only did she have like this, I'm going to try and throw shade at Jolene for throwing shade at me, even though everything Jolene said was, sorry, the truth is hard to hear for a lot of people. I think Jess is one of those people, even though she's like, I can handle criticism, just like Lauren Matthias. Don't they both say that? I can handle criticism. It's like, you can't.
Yeah. And like, she's the last person that can take it. Like, I was nice to her on the stream that I did. Like, you guys, you Amber, have seen me go after Lauren Matthias, calling her ass out. And like, I was being very PC about Jessica, and her rabbits came after me saying I faked cancer, went after my 5-year-olds. Like, it was wild. And it's like, bro, I was nice to her compared to everybody. Like, what is happening right now? But she cannot take criticism whatsoever, but she can dish it, and she acts like a tough girl. But like a tough girl, like if you're going to be a sensitive gangsta, like, you got to be that. You can't do that. I'm a baby. You fucking cunt. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. It's like, that doesn't even make sense. And Aiden called her out and was like, who are you? Like, I don't even know who this person is, which was very telling, right? Who is she? Who is she? Which one's real?
It's almost like that question. And also, who does she think she is?
Right.
The way it's like, okay, have confidence, honey, but where is all this coming from? Because like she says things about being like the best podcast out. I'm like, you were a big dog in the Karen Reed case because of your association with Turtle Boy. 100. But outside of that, like, honey, like, you need to humble yourself. And I think that Jolene making fun of her, and I think other people kind of dragging her, and Olap putting the compilation together that she had like a falling out with one of her mods that she was like covering. That link you sent me today about this woman's niece got pulled into a cult, and then like Jess wants to do a story on all that, and then they have like a falling out over political reasons.
Well, and for like, I'm going to elaborate on that. It started off with, her name is Cyber Chick Boston. She's actually very endearing and has, she's smart, and I like listening to her. However, she was her mod, and I guess they had like a, quick pro quo, like, I'm going to get, known being your mod, so I'll do your modding. And the woman in chat told her to be nice, like, can you stop like calling people names? Jessica freaked out, and then freaked out some more, and it got worse and worse and worse. And then it turned into her, like Cyber Chick was just like did not answering her and like wouldn't take her abuse, and so it even escalated even further. And the stuff that she said about Cyber Chick was downright fucking nasty.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a little snippet of that from Olap's video, the compilation. You guys can see the full story. Like I'll share that link in chat too. But I do want everyone to kind of see her go from, you know, being nice and using this woman for clicks and views and to get her story out there about her niece and this cult. And then as soon as she was like, I'm not going to deal with your abuse, Jess, I'm walking away. Respectfully, she was kind about it too. Like, I think we should part ways. And then Jess loses it and decides to make that into content. It's like, you are so nasty. Like I
for like a week or more.
Yeah.
Like 4-hour shows. It was like,
so she thought finding a public blog that I guess Jolene wrote like more than 10 years ago would be throwing shade at Jolene. So Jolene does her streams making fun of Jess's stream and just speaking truth from what her gathering of the situation was. It's not hard to see that Jess is a nasty person.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like you, even herself, like you see that, right? Like, you know, you're not very nice, right? Like with the whole whiteboard and like, I'm going to put these magnets and you're cool. You're going to go here. And then I'm going to put these people all the way over here and we're going to exile these. It's like gross.
Gross. Yeah. Gross. And it's one thing to be like, have snide remarks or, you know, kind of take like a jab here and there at people or whatever. That's one thing. For me, this is my personal liking. Like I like someone with some sass, you know, I like that in a person. But when it goes to the point where you are seething and foaming at the mouth because your mod who felt abused and attacked by you publicly doesn't want to answer you, and you double down and you start spewing off like really nasty things about personal text messages and emails and the story that you had her share on your platform about her niece being in a cult, it goes beyond Mean Girl, and it gets to be like, this seems like a deep-seated fucking issue that like,
and like, you know, when you and I will cover a case, like for example, the Harmony Montgomery case, and you did some streams recently about how Adam is going to be getting a new trial, and he's a piece of shit. Like there's no doubt, and so many people, we know he's guilty. He absolutely is guilty. He's the lowest of the low, and we can go on rants about Adam, but she uses that same type of like technique, but instead of going after like a piece of shit, like she'll aim it that like meanness and bulliness like towards like people.
Yeah,
like
just
normal
like someone in her chat.
Supporters, even viewers, supporters, connections, and she'll be like, you know, and you guys will see it for yourself, but pretty much to circle back around, she did not appreciate Jolene dragging her, rightfully so, for her own behavior and calling it out. So she thought that she was going to throw shade at Jolene and share a blog that's public, by the way. Like, obviously, Jolene knows it's out there for people to read. Like, she created it.
Right.
You know, but Jess is on her channel thinking like, oh, I'm going to stick it to her. So I'm not going to play the whole thing, but like she like goes on and on thinking that like she's actually getting the upper hand on Jolene. And it's like, honey, this was public. Like and it's not even bad. It's not even saying anything embarrassing. Like you should be embarrassed yourself for the browse and for your behavior.
I had a whole, well, let's talk about Jolene Lunzer, shall we? So Jolene Lunzer has been I've done a little bit of recon and what I'm going to ask. By the way, so anyway, so that's tonight. So now it's 10 o'clock. Now we're ready to move on. Do we want to keep going? I think the answer is yes. I had a whole, well, let's talk about Jolene Lunzer, shall we? So Jolene Lunzer has been a YouTuber for quite some time, and she has taken an interest in what has happened recently with myself. Now, this is not the first time that Jolene Lunzer has been involved in this whole thing. She did 2 shows, I believe, on Aiden's court hearing with Meredith. So I don't know if anybody knows that, but she has done 2 court hearing shows back when we were in South Boston. And she had some wonderful things to say about me during that commentary. So while Jolene has really leaned into Jessica.
And that's the thing. It's like, well, yeah, but then you did this whole live stream trying to say that you weren't involved in this swatting situation. And like, you kind of just dug yourself a cringy hole. And now people see, is it the real side of you or just another side of you? And now Jolene has different thoughts and opinions. Like, you realize people can change their opinion on you, right, Jess?
Right. And not for nothing, what happens is, like, she doesn't realize how the YouTube streets work, right? So once you have a target on your back for something like this, all of a sudden someone like our friend here, Olap, is that does videos like amazing. If you're not subscribed to Olap, go get that. She goes back into your content and finds out exactly who you are, or who you face the world as, and who you're facing the world as is not a good person. Right. And all of a sudden they're putting, what people are digging and they're finding and they're doing all these things. And it's not just like one bad stream. It's like, holy moly, like, Jess, the internet is forever. The internet is forever. And what once someone doesn't like you, they're going to find out all the things, everything you said on every stream about absolutely everybody. And what sets her aside from Laura Mathias, they are very similar, just nasty. Like, they'll use you for content. And as soon as they perceive anything critical, they flip the script, and she sees with anger and turns on people, and it does it publicly. It's not even behind the scenes. I can't imagine what happens behind the scenes. And then she has her posse of rabid rabbits helping her and doing all the hard lifting for her. And she just sits there like, I'm just a baby. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, fucking, I doubt that. Allegedly. I didn't even think, like, I thought nothing of her. Like, I didn't even think about her ever. I just never watched her because she wasn't my type of chick. But then
boring.
Her show, yeah.
A little boring.
She's like, I have so much talent. It's like, but like, what is the channel? Yeah.
Right.
What is it?
I know.
Yeah. She's so unself-aware.
But here she thinks like, oh, well, I've dug up some dirt on Jolene. So here you, ha, ha, ha. But really it was like, what's the dirt here?
Jessica evil, Jessica bad, Jessica, like, the Joan Collins of the dynasty. She has at some point recognized me for like what I am and who I am and the support I gave to Aiden. And she had some great commentary surrounding my testimony in that hearing. So she originally had some nice things. I think that Jolene, so Jolene is like she basically gives commentary, funny commentary on shows on TV, Bravo in particular or whatever. And that's what she's done all this time. And, you go back and you look.
Yeah, it's called entertainment. It's not bullying people on a live stream.
Yeah.
You should try it.
Right. And like making enemies on YouTube right out the gate, not the path you want to take. Right. It's all about allies on these streets. If you don't have allies and you are like the lolcow of the Karen Reed community, everybody's looking at you. My crack is whack just said Queen Bee was going over her.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that. I gotta go check it out.
It's on people's radar and they're like, what the heck? Hi, Katie. Right. Thanks for being here.
Look, and she's been doing this for a long time. And she has had like definitely shows that have gotten like, a couple 10,000, 20,000 views. And I think, so Jimmy knows her. And I'm going to assume it has something to do with Bravo, because like a lot of the shows that she talks about, Jimmy loves and stuff like that. So there's a Jimmy thing slant there. And maybe that is how she even knows about what's going on over here. And so she started off by doing her first stream about this whole thing, and it was pretty nasty towards me. And it's ramped up significantly. It's really, really bad. And then what has happened is everybody who is adjacent to what's going on right now.
It's ramped up significantly. It's really, really bad. You mean she's exposing you?
Right. She has no dog in this fight. She don't give a fuck who you are. She's just looking at your behavior, girl, completely objectively and making a joke.
You're handing it to her on a silver platter.
Yeah. Day after day.
Olap says Jolene said positive things about her before because Jess was playing a part when she went to court. Jess is a fraud. And that's the thing is like, well, yeah, you can only fool people so long until they start realizing like, oh, yeah, I think this one's nasty.
Yeah. And if it is a facade and that ain't you, which in my opinion, does she give me Miss Shorty vibes? Yeah. No, not even, because Shorty's kind of like a Matthias. Sorry, I was reading chat. Miss Shorty's another one. Oh my God. But like if this is a facade, like you should like figure out how to drop it, because this is not gonna work out on the YouTubes. It's just not. If you can't take Jolene, wait until the ones that don't give a flying F about what you feel, what you think, and don't care about your rabid rabbits. They don't care, and they will really drag you day after day after day. Like look at Brittany J. That girl gets dragged. Not that she doesn't deserve it. She does. She gives them all the ammunition. But she'll just become like the Brittany J of the free Karen. She has already.
So true. That's the thing is like these other channels, like Jolene's approach is kind. It's like especially compared to some of these other channels, like honey, you don't even know. And while we're on something that's like, okay, YouTube is going to bring, you say something on one platform, YouTube will bring it to everyone's attention.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Okay, so this was back when the Charlie Kirk had his unfortunate assassination in front of the entire world. She is a diehard conservative from Fall River, which I don't put two and two together, but apparently Fall River breeds conservatives. When Charlie Kirk was killed, she decided to sell merch on her spot, whatever, on her merch store. And she said that all the proceeds that she would get would go to a local veterans organization. However, she raised, say it was like $2,000 in merch and there was $700 in profit. There was never any receipts that this money went to this said veterans organization of the proceeds. And they were sold. Yeah. So not only are you like taking...
sorry.
Oh my God.
I need donations. No, sorry.
Yeah. Nonsense will kill you too. So, and she had a producer. She had a Grayson by the name of Erin at the time. And
whatever happened to her?
You know, just like every other friendship, it seems to blow up. And the next enemy to hate and drag, right?
So she just uses people and tosses them when she sees fit.
Yeah, apparently Erin didn't like the path she was taking on the YouTubes, and so they parted ways in friendship after 9 years.
Wow.
Allegedly, I don't know.
So where is this Charlie Kirk money?
There's never been a receipt for it. Apparently, her rabid rabbits will tell you that there's a stream explaining it away. But if you raise $700, where's the $700 go? Like, and someone actually emailed. There's another post on X from Laugh Fast. There's someone contacted the organization that she said that she was gonna send it to. And they have no correspondence with Jess Machado at all. Not any funding coming from her or her show. So that was kind of shady. Like,
okay, Jess, where's this money?
Yeah.
Receipts.
Yeah.
Because this has been brought to our attention, and like, listen, if there's receipts, then great. But the problem is when you say something on one platform and then other people start highlighting it, like you're gonna get all these channels that are gonna be asking where this Charlie Kirk merch money is. Where is it?
Right. Especially when you become the laughing stock of the Krama, and then they are going to look into everything that you've said and whether you've posted receipts. Like Brian LTL, like say what you want about him donating the 3.5% of his donations each show. He showed receipts every single time that he donated to the Karen Reed Fund. It might have been a little amount, and he might have taken a lot of it, but like he showed receipts every time. She's never showed a receipt, including the allegations against Baker. There's never been any receipts of what they've said. They've called him a sexual deviant. They've called him all types of things. And so, and they're like, I have proof. I have the receipts. It's like, okay, that would be great to show them now. Like right now is the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and also like that whole swatting situation, like everyone has asked, like, well, just get the records of the 911 call and stuff, like, and trace it back. You would think as a reporter or journalist that she would just do that to clear, like, it wasn't me, it wasn't anyone I knew.
Yeah.
But that also hasn't been done.
Right. So it's like the optics are bad.
Yeah.
And when the face of your show and your bodyguard is the one you're sending, who's J7, out as the face of your brand, like
somebody who's like, I had a mental breakdown. And again, that's not to throw shade at people who like need help, but when it comes to calling the cops and I don't know, the level of and sending things to somebody's house that lives out of the country, like looking up their address and stuff, like, is that what happened?
Apparently she found his address or his PO box, or she had it, and she sent him some intimate products.
I heard the toys were nasty. It wasn't even just like your regular, like,
yeah, it wasn't like a vibrator.
I'm not kink shaming, but from what I heard, somebody said that it was like disturbing.
Yeah. And like that was Baker's, like, first of all, no one wants their sex life over the internet. No one wants their address on the internet. No one wants all this stuff. And it was like kind of like from what I can tell, like Baker may not have liked Jess behind the scenes, but he never dogged her in public, right? So, you know, Jess knew that he didn't watch her and didn't like her, but no one else did, and she didn't like that. So she like did a out of nowhere gotcha moment where she was really going at him, saying some things that she has not backed up to this day. And that the Baker situation is how it snowballed into her being like a shady person. And then I saw something too that she owned a consignment shop that ended up, you know, falling and not doing anything, allegedly. I don't know, I was not there. But and
Macchiato or J7?
Macchiato.
Okay.
Macchiato had a consignment shop at one time in the Fall River area, Somerset area, and it didn't do well. It closed, and the people who donated things for consignment were never paid. Do I know this to be fact? No, I don't, but it was an allegation that apparently was at some point when I was not watching.
Well, she admitted on her own channel that she had a whole situation with cops being involved with a repo situation of a car.
Yeah.
So that's another example of, you know, people not being paid by Jess. So I could almost believe exactly what you just said to be true, probably.
Yeah.
We don't know, but
you know, like I wouldn't even care about any of this because, like, you know, like, is my credit good? No. I'm very open with the fact that I'm a recovering addict and things, but it's like, if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna throw shots at everybody.
Yeah, she's just nasty about it. She acts like, oh, I have a house, and but it's like, honey, you're doing live streams in your closet. I can see your crusty consignment clothes hanging behind.
Yeah, like don't throw shots if like you're in a glass house, because things for you aren't looking good.
That's exactly what all this has like summed up to. Like, when it comes to her, it's like you're not perfect, dear. Like, where is this
Right.
high and mighty? Like, I'm up on this horse and you guys are below me. Like, where is all this coming from?
Yeah.
And even when she did this stream the other day with J7,
Yeah.
it was a disaster for J7.
It was
Like,
disaster.
Yeah, like
Disaster.
I think she was feeling the heat about the Baker situation. And so she's like, let me get somebody who's even more messy than me up.
Yep.
And I'm going to make her a fool in the laughing stock and put all the attention on her. And, I'll feel better about myself and I'll flip my hair a few times.
Yeah. Well, that's
And-
another thing too that you just
and
said
be
that like
hard.
I've never heard her say anything kind about a woman.
Oh, people have said, I've seen so many comments that are like, she hates women. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't watch her enough to like know that, but I could see where
So it's like anyone who she perceives as a threat or threatening her like false sense of superiority, like you go down, and I've seen it. Listen, she's not the first person on the YouTubes that have done this, and she won't be the last. But this is like integrity goes a long way. Kindness goes a long way. You don't have to be gangbanging all the time. You can be like a regular person.
Live by you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar.
Definitely.
But there's a lot of people who have decided I'm going to try and catch flies with vinegar, and then it always backfires on them. Like I don't know. I've always felt, the other route is best. So here, let's play a little bit of her thinking that she's dragging Jolene.
Yeah, go ahead.
When she wasn't. It's like,
girl,
you're still
stop
not
it.
winning.
Yeah.
With me and Baker and Aiden and Will, those people are now over there. So people who support Jolene are in the comment sections dropping links. Hey, you got to watch the show. Everybody has got to say it, blah, 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 blah. So now you have people who are like, I want a little bit more about this. What's somebody else's take on this? And so she's getting wonderful views from, yes, Judge Jolene. Yes. So she's getting wonderful views for it. And her numbers are moving in the right direction, which is awesome for her. I'm being very serious when I say that. However, I think that her comments and things about me are exceptionally cruel.
The
Ma'am.
irony.
Yeah.
Exceptionally cruel.
Oh my God.
dear.
Read the room. Get the temperature first before you start with this. Like, this is what people mean about her. Like,
Lord.
you are vile. And then you're like, I'm just a baby. Yeah.
And I have stopped watching because it is really, really, really bad.
Oh, honey, you haven't stopped watching. Don't try and fool us. You're
She
watching
watches
that.
everything. 100. A hundo. Yep. And her rabid rabbits. Yep.
The comments that she's saying about not even things I'm doing wrong, just like comments about me at all are crazy. There's definitely misinformation. She said I sold Herbalife because she had Aiden's story about me. I never sold Herbalife. I was going and getting shakes in Herbalife because I got diagnosed with lupus and I didn't want to go on medication. So my doctor was like, okay, let's try to lose some weight and let's try to get healthy to get this lupus under control. And I posted that I was like, oh, these are for sale at Farrah's shop or whatever. And then all of a sudden, oh, I knew she was like a pyramid scheme queen. Like I never sold Herbalife. But so she's really, really hard about me.
Okay, so of all the things that Jolene said, she wants to make it clear that she was absolutely wrong when she said that she was an MLM girl. It's like, honey, you should be more worried about everything else that Jolene was exposing.
That's the one thing you're pissed about? Like, that's the one thing you picked up, girl. Stop.
Because the rest, she probably can't argue. She's like, that was a lie. This one thing.
Internet is forever. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing too. Like 1 minute. This is another thing I've noticed about her because I've been watching with Jolene mostly because it's like rapid mood swings where 1 minute she's like, yo, I'm gangster for Fall River, yo. And then she's like, but I'm a Republican and I'm a Karen. And then it's like crying, like everyone's mean to me. I'm paranoid. Like if that's the way this internet thing is making you feel, honey, it's not going to get better.
And like, I'm sorry, but if nobody told me that which she mentions it every single day, like, I'm a conservative, I'm a Republican. It's like, do you have another identity, like, title? I'm sorry, I can't relate to people who use like the political, like, left and right as their whole identity. Like, I can't relate to that. I'm not a part of either cult.
Me either.
But I've noticed that she has to let everybody know, like, every single time, and which was one of the problems with her mod that she had that falling out with. We'll get to, but it's like, if I never knew her and I popped in and was hearing her talk and stuff, I would never walk away and be like, she must be conservative.
Yeah, right. Because like it's real, like, I don't know how to put my finger on it. It's all over the place. And she is for some people, but going after everyone and telling them that they're poor and they're ugly and they're untalented and, go get a job and all, like, you go get a job. I got a job. I don't take YouTube seriously. I come here to laugh and talk about crime.
Serious. She takes herself way too serious.
And she spends most of her time talking about her branded talent and not actually doing, in my opinion. So it's like, what are we getting here?
So she says, I get people elected, but how come if you're so great, people aren't electing you?
Right. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, she's like, everybody in the Karen Reed thing's a criminal. Like, I've never been arrested. I've never been nothing. And like, she's gotten a restraining order granted on her. So why are you throwing stones in a glass house? Like, if you know that you've been arrested and have charges, like, why are you downing everyone else for it? Like, so do you, girl. Stop it. Right. So it's like, do as I say, not as I do.
And it's like, just because in a court of law, people have done things that are wrong, like, you do things wrong morally too. You know what I mean? Like, it might not be arrestable, but and the civil matter, like, with her and restraining orders and tying up the courts and all that, like, that's nothing to be proud of either, honey.
No, it's not. This is the thing. I think it just comes down to self-awareness. And I believe she really does think that she does nothing wrong and that she's perfect in her eyes. And good for you. But you don't have to, like, take shots at, because you're not going to tell me that some of her people in her chat are ex-drug addicts, Democrat, or don't like politics at all. They're poor. They're like, the way she talks to her audience, like, that's what, like, got me. I was like, oh no, like, why are you yelling at me and telling me that, like, I'm ugly and poor? Like, what?
Very bizarre.
It's bizarre.
Wait, hold on.
And then she has some of her bunions having their own show to repeat her shows at night. The Moon Over Miami.
Yeah, what's with that?
I don't know, but I tried to watch it for 3 minutes last night, and I was like, "Oh God, get me out of here!" They just basically, yeah,
like hype channels,
to hype her up.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
It is sad, but she doesn't see it like that.
If somebody wanted to do a hype channel about me, I'd be like, that's a little much.
Yeah, like, no, please don't do that.
But it seems she doesn't, like, the boundaries aren't there.
Well, the thing is too, Turtle Boy has hype channels. He has Ray from Dallas. He got Danny from the Rat Chats, where they do, like, the pregame to all his shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So listen, this is my opinion, and from day one, she wants to be, in my opinion, she wants to be the female Turtle Boy. No one's ever going to be him. And so when you're getting your viewers to make channels to hype you and everything like that, like, it looks desperate.
And it's like, people hype Aiden because he did stuff. Like, what do you do besides make whiteboards and put magnets where you think people go?
Yeah, and tell people how awful they are.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no. That was my thought. I'm telling you right now, I seen what I needed to see. Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby. No.
Anytime I popped into before even this drama, when I would try to give her channel a chance, because, you know, Aiden would mention her and all this stuff. And then I'm like, instantly no.
Right. Same.
And when somebody acts that way, I'm confused, right? Because you don't know me or whatever. So I stopped watching because I think it's very hard to listen to cruelty. I'm like, I'm a narcissist, but I'm not that crazy. I can't listen to like that kind of shit.
Oh, so she admits to being a narc. Interesting.
She's tone deaf.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so she admits she's a narcissist. Awesome. So that explains a lot of her tone deafness, because they can't self-reflect.
They can't self-reflect, but I think it comes from a place, in my opinion, just from living life. It comes from a place of deep, deep, deep insecurity that she has to put you down to make herself feel better. Like, what a way to live. It's exhausting just listening to it.
Yeah. Like, I think she thinks that she won't have a good show if she's not dragging somebody publicly.
Right. Because that's what her bunions want. They want the shit. They want people put down because they're probably similar. They probably hate themselves and they want other people to be put down.
And it's like, it's different when we highlight these people that do this in the true crime community and to victims' families and stuff, which Jess has done.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, you could argue like, well, yeah, but you guys are hate bonding, just dragging her. But it's like, oh, no. We want people to see, and maybe the same thing what happened like they do with Lauren and JLR, and they'll leave comments and say things like, I didn't realize it until, you know, you said this and that, and I looked out at this situation from an outside perspective, and like I subscribed, or it's toxic and I didn't realize it. And it's like, no problem. You don't got to thank me. Just happy you saw, you know?
Right. Facts.
Shit. So I pop out. I can't. I'll pop in for a second. It's terrible. I leave. I come back. It's terrible. So basically, I was like, well, this is hot right now. She's getting the views. She's getting crazy super chats and members, and she must be making bank on my back, and it's great. And I love that for her. However, I also am not going to like sit back and let that happen without being able to like understand a little bit more about what I'm dealing with here. And so can you imagine how I was one night and trying to figure out who Jolene Lunzer really is? And I came across...
Imagine her like just like fuming, trying to be like, well, who is this girl? Like,
yeah,
honey, calm down. Just like Lauren Matthias about Christina.
Yeah.
Checking the TikToks and like, what are they saying about me? And
do you remember when she was
like, them?
Yeah, and then she was like, I wake up at 2:00 in the morning and ask John, are there more tweets? Like, you know, she's like that too. You know.
Yeah. Anytime she sees Jolene live, she's probably like pacing around the house, like, calm down.
Oh my God.
An old blog of Jolene's from like 15 years ago.
Okay, yeah. So it's from 15 years ago. Are you guys in chat, or you, even yourself, Amy, are you the same person now that you were 15 years ago?
Absolutely not.
So like she's like, and then you just said it's an old blog. Blogs are public. Like, so what part of this do you think is going to be like dragging Jolene?
Yeah, she purposely put it on the internet. You know, right. But the other thing too is like Jolene's a professional, liked, pretty, put together, like, or she can admit her faults, that she has X, Y, and Z, and that makes, in my opinion, her jealous. Like, how come I can't be okay with myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I read, I think like 25, 26 blog entries of Jolene's, and I learned that Jolene is so much like me in real life, that you really would have to read it in order to understand. So let me read it for you.
So she's about to say that her and Jolene are so much alike. Huh?
Right. and then make fun of her bipolar stance in the article or the blog or whatever. It's like a harp on that. It's like, oh well, are you self snitching? What's happening
Right.
here?
Yeah, I mean, you did just say you're a narcissist. So are we talking about multiple? And Cyber Chick Boston, thank you for being here and for subscribing.
Thanks, Cyber Chick.
So nice to see you.
This is Jolene Lunzer's blog entry. I was recently asked to write a short description of myself, not for a dating site, because I assume that all of the guys on dating websites are just looking for the next human head to add to his collection. Are you all ready? I just want to make sure. Are you ready? Because it's intense. And I
Who knows? I mean, was that another fart?
Is she in the Mazda? What is happening?
downloaded them all and saved them all just in case she wants to take it down. It's hard to find.
You didn't have to save them all.
Right?
I downloaded them all and saved them all in case she wants to take them down. You weirdo. She knows it's up on she put it up on the internet herself.
Yeah. Wackadoodle.
Well, I figured if she's going to deconstruct my live stream, then deconstruct this one, Jolene. Instead, I was working on updating my comedy bio after a club owner asked for my most updated bio. After he asked, I immediately realized I haven't updated my bio in over a year. I always struggle when writing my comedy bio. It seems so insincere and awkward to talk about myself in the third person and try to embellish my comedy accomplishments in order to appear successful and hireable. Plus, I've been told that I share too much personal information on social networking sites and that's the last thing you want to do in a comedy bio. Your bio should be professional and paint you in the best light possible. But as I was working on writing it, I realized that this may be a better article for my column than a comedy bio. You'll see why as you read on. So enjoy my bio and lack of shame for oversharing on the World Wide Web. I'm sorry. What is it that you just said, Jolene? I just want to make sure I understand. You are saying that you have a lack of shame and you overshare on the World Wide Web? Exactly what you make fun of me for?
Okay, but I'm going to do another one for you guys and say, so she's saying that she's oversharing on this public blog, but you're trying to paint it as like, I downloaded it and saved it in case she tries to get rid of it. She just started her blog out that she put out on the public forum as I overshare on the internet. So how is this dragging her?
15 years ago. It wasn't like it was yesterday.
Wow.
You know? Yeah.
Big mistake. Big, huge.
Yeah. Like, girl.
Big mistake.
Listen, unlike everybody who's watching, I already had a very enjoyable 2.5 hours reading every single one of these. And it is now why I have a very different view on Jolene. As a matter of fact, I am going to super chat the shit out of her. I absolutely adore her because the real Jolene, the one that I found out.
Lies. You haven't super chatted her.
No, she did. She did. It was it was last week sometime. I was in the chat, lurking, and it was kind of like because it was she super chatted her $10 and was like, oh my god, I think you're so funny, ha ha. She does not think she's funny. Not even. It was kind of like I'm watching you, be careful. That's how I took it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nothing genuine or like it's competition with her. So for her to say like, I adore you.
Determined that was a lie.
Oh God. Yeah, and like J7 went in and did like 50 memberships. Weirdo.
And yeah, I don't know. I've heard J7 talk about how her father passed, and I related, and I can understand like how horrible that feels, and I'm sorry, Macchiato was like exploiting that. She's like, oh really? That must have been hard. Like on their live stream they did, like they started it out with that, and like J7 was like almost crying. I'm like, this is awkward.
Yeah. I feel bad for J7. She just wants to fit in my opinion. She just wants to be a part of the cool kids, and she's being exploited. And her issues are right on the table so that it deflects from Jess getting all the heat. And people aren't even being mean to her. She's just like, she can't take it. She can't take hearing about herself.
And then I was also thinking, like, because J7 also says things about, like, yeah, you know, I came on the scene with giving all these like creators all this money. And it's like, I hope you're not giving your inheritance from your father like to
YouTube.
Macchiato.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, but it did go through my head because I was like, what?
Doubt about. I love that Jolene. The Jolene that is on her show, that's different. But don't worry, the real Jolene, soul sisters.
The real Jolene from 15 years ago? So the one right now is a clone?
Right. And the blog was about comedy and writing.
I come from a family of
right. There's literally nothing embarrassing in this.
Addicts. Not everyone, but enough for it to be noted. Most are functioning, some are not. I quit drinking for that reason, and because I blacked out and peed my bridesmaid dress at the age of 32. I have a mood disorder and anxiety, and it comes out in the form of OCD and crying. I believe I can be great someday, even though I know that logically the odds are against me. I fear I will never be truly happy. I'm motivated by deadlines and accolades. I enjoy being the center of attention when I'm in control, like when I'm on stage, but get extremely anxious after shows if people want to talk to me or when I'm in a social situation where I have to meet new people or small talk. I'd rather be home with my boyfriend watching Netflix or writing. I tend to date younger guys who make less money than me and have no interest in settling down. I think this is because subconsciously I'm not ready to grow up. I'm a bed hog and I love French fried potatoes. I'm conscious of my looks and I want to be attractive, but I am plagued by a crooked smile, no pigmentation of the skin, a deep belly button, an average body, a small hump on my neck, and a large port wine stained birthmark on my back. I'm modest in how I dress, despite the fact that my mom encourages me to, quote, show it while you got it. I change my hair a lot because to me, it's just hair. I want everyone to like me, but I get mad when they do because that means I've compromised who I really am. I judge things before I like them, and I rely on my mom too much for emotional support. I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook. I love it when it's honest, and I hate it when it's cryptic.
I'm just looking at her live chat, and you're right, they are like just as nasty as her. Look at this one. Yeah. Here you go, Jolene. Here's some content for you. These are her own words. She's already put this content out there. Don't you guys get it? It's
and
not
for nothing. This makes Jolene just more endearing to people. Yeah. Everybody can relate. You're like, yeah, that's real.
Yes. And it's like it gave us another side to Jolene. Like the people who subscribe to her and follow her too, like might have heard this and been like, oh, I like her even more, like in a sense of like, now I know more about her, and like she doesn't ever show this side on her channel. And again, this is 15 years ago. Like I think about myself 15 years ago, and like, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be able to say like that's the real me, and the one that you guys see now is not the real Amber. Like it's like, no, that was 15 years ago. Like everyone understands. So yeah, it's like a failed attempt at trying to drag her, right? Like it
backfired.
It
got her more subs.
Pathetic. Yes, it was absolutely pathetic. Right. So she does this stream with J7, and I have to play this because I think it's so funny. Jolene,
oh my god,
notices something like during the stream with J7. So this is after. This is like the best like chess move ever. You know, like catching somebody who was trying to throw shade at you, farting on their own stream while they're laughing.
Right.
Wow.
Yo, and the guilt. Watch her face after the farts pointed out. She has such shame and regret. She stops laughing.
Oh my gosh, I love the way you say fart with your accent. Your Boston accent when you say fart is so funny. But yeah. I mean, I cannot even imagine Jolene's like reaction when she saw this for the first time before she made the video out of it. Like she must have been dying. Like, oh my god, like rewinding it over and over. Like, I think she did fart.
She did. She was belly laughing and was like, "Brr." Yeah, she is good people.
Yes. Now I'm crying laughing, and it's too much. Yes.
Look at
Now I'm crying laughing, and it's too emotionally manipulated too. Now I'm crying laughing, and it's too emotionally manipulated too. And it's too emotionally manipulated too. And it's too emotionally manipulated too.
God.
9 out of 10.
Yes.
Now I'm crying laughing, and it's too emotionally manipulated too.
So good.
It's so good.
So good. Dude, she did the lift just in case there was more.
I know.
She did the side lane.
Everyone keeps talking about like, look, she even like lifted because the gas bubble got stuck. And it's not even like just the lift for me. It's like it was so rancid, her eyes watered.
From that point,
she wiped her eyes.
Yes. Now I'm crying laughing, and it's too emotionally manipulated too. Yes. Now I'm crying laughing, and it's too emotionally manipulated too. Now I'm crying laughing, and it's too emotionally manipulated too. And it's too emotionally manipulated too. And it's too emotionally manipulated.
She did the heffily.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God. And yeah, and her reaction to it, I mean, it's like, she's like, I can't believe I just owned, man, I hope nobody heard that. Or she definitely knew like, oh, great.
It was instant shame.
Yeah. Oh no. I think I need to check my panties on that one. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I would have to say it's Jess Macchiato 0 and Jolene probably 5 points ahead of her. Like
yeah, 100%.
The fuck, like, honey.
Yeah.
And this was all I could think of too. Like,
Anchorman.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
And then so now after Jolene made that, this is all I can think of now too.
Did you just soil yourself? Maybe. It did sound a little wet, didn't it? Right at the end. Ooh. Let's have a smell, all right? Ooh, wafting, wafting. Oh, everyone likes their own brand, don't they? This is magic.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, Macchiato tries to drag Jolene, but it backfires.
She backfired. I mean, I thought that we would never find anyone worse than Lauren Matthias, and God was like, bet. Bet.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's getting a little boring. So they were like, we're gonna hand you something.
Hold
and
my beat.
you need to do what you will with it.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Wow. So it's ridiculous. Let's see. So we went through how we don't know where the Charlie Kirk money is at. We went through her trying to drag Jolene and failing. What else is up on the docket? Hang on. Let me see what I got.
I mean, just her streams are a wave. Like the stream that Jolene did the other night, that kind of got a little dark. Was like, she apparently allegedly lives in her mother's house with her family, and it got real dark. And it was like she just like trauma dumps on her chat, and it's like, not that there's anything wrong. It's all in the delivery with anything you do, and I feel like there's like there's ulterior, the dry begging. Right. and to feel bad for me. She wants people that want to like take care of her and make her whole again. And it's tough. It's tough to listen to.
Oh
It's
yeah.
tough. Yeah.
Hello, Sherlock. So good to see you. And yeah, it is. She's her own brand of gross, I guess we'll call it. Let's play a little bit of this cringe chat with her and J7.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nobody needs it. Listen, like Jimmy says, just you don't always need paper receipts.
That I was basically saying, like, what can he do? But I am actually a manifestation of what he can do. he is all powerful. Let's leave it at that. So okay,
that's the only
show. Listen, I didn't want the show to be a receipt show. I didn't want it to be a screenshot. You know what I mean? Like, I know we could have done a show like that. I don't want to do that.
No.
Oh, honey, that's what people want on YouTube.
Yeah.
We want screenshots. We want receipts. We want you to back up these little, like, because that's the other thing I notice about her is she'll talk about something and she'll be like, and then she'll say some like sly comment about something else. And she's like, but that, you know, I don't really want to get into all that or something like that. It's like, no. You brought that up. Like, why you're just doing it to name drop or, you know, like, why won't you just back up what you were just trying to like act like you knew about, you know what I mean? Like I can't even explain the things she does, but like it's always like
it's a name, like you said, name dropper. Like my friend Jimmy, like Auntie Deb, like he's a huge creator in the free Karen Read. It's like, oh, when I was talking to Jimmy, and then it's like, oh, you know, when I was talking to Aiden, and it's like, yo, like, can you stand on your own? Can we get to a place where there's like substance in this?
No, she can't go live without talking about being a conservative or a Republican or Turtle Boy, Aiden. What else?
She's still using his name.
Will. Yeah, she uses Will's name, you know, and then she'll be like, well, you know, I don't want to give him any attention. You do like every single stream you mention him. And how she's like, I didn't know about like all that's, you know,
she knew.
We all know
all about that.
He is, and to his credit, because a lot of people try to slip away from like mistakes in their past, he's shared his stuff very openly on his channel. You know what I mean? Like, so, but now that she's had this falling out with Aiden and like, all this stuff has been exposed about her. Now she's going to play this whole like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And, you know, I
would never associate with someone like that.
Lie.
I'm conservative. Yeah.
You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, you're bugging, you're lying to us, you're playing in my face. That's how I felt when I read it. I was like, what? And then she's admitting openly on her stream that she's finding other creators who hate Will to team up with and paying them to go after him. Like, you do, like, even if you're gonna do that, you don't fucking say that on a live stream, Jess. Like, did you get the YouTube tutorial?
Yeah, that's the thing. She's a fool.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl? And then she's sitting here. Then like the moon over my hammies. They were saying that she and J7 came up with a channel that's pro Jess, and they have their network. That Jess wanted to like they're paying her to help them with their stream. Like, girl, like Jolene offered me, and I'll offer, like, I'll give you all that service and help you for free. Like, you don't gotta pay just shit. What are you doing? What is happening over there? And why are these subs taking it? Why are they taking it? Yeah.
I don't know.
It makes no sense to me. But the thing is, and I go back to this whole like Karen Read like movement and group, and I don't know if like are there some people that are just like not wanting to walk away because they feel some sort of like they're a part of something bigger, which is, it's like, I understand that, but like she is not it.
She's not it. Not for me. I know that, like I said, I have friends that do love her, and it's like, we just don't, that's not our friendship. We don't talk about it, never have. but with the Karen Reed people, yeah, they we were a huge community and we were all so interwoven together that I think that it's hard to detach from that community. You go into chats, you know everybody, kind of like with like Kresha and Jay, and there's different sub communities within the true crime trial thing, right? But like Jess is brand new to YouTube. She doesn't know how it works clearly. She's making enemies more than she's making allies, and to break away from Karen Reed when that's all you know.
Yeah, I know, and that's the other thing is like her niche, like her channel is all over the place, and I don't think she realizes that it's like, well, we're kind of hard. It's kind of hard to figure out like what you are about because. You know, like one day you're talking about being conservative, the next day you're acting like a crazy lunatic on your stream with a whiteboard and magnets and dragging people. And then another day you're talking about data centers and, you know, all that, which is interesting. Like, good. We need people who are going to go out, you know, like build your platform on going against data centers if that's where your passion lies. Like, I think that would be a good idea, Jess. What I think you're failing on is like nobody really knows like what you're about because everything's so nasty and like drama filled that it's like you can't ride this Karen Reed community and think that you're gonna gain all these subscribers.
Right. I mean, someone just said she's under 10,000 now. And that's hard to recover from. Like I only have 2,500, but I'm okay with that. Like I don't need to. But and the other thing too is like for her to go after another YouTuber that has like 60, 70,000, even 20,000, like girl, like you are read the room, right? Read the room. You don't need to tell anyone what they are and how they should act and whatever. Like figure out your own.
Stay in your lane. That's the thing.
Stay in your lane. Thank you.
Another thing that I've always lived by or try to is not only do you catch more flies with honey, but stay in your lane.
Yeah, 100%. And stop making enemies.
I think we did talk about, is this the consignment store thing or whatever? Or this is separate?
This is different. So she went on so she's been on, I don't know how long she's been on for, because I'm not like a frequenter over there, but not long. She has not been, no more than a little bit over a year, I think, that she's been on YouTube. But so she did her own consignment at her house, her old clothes that she was gonna get rid of, and her subs, her viewers, like offered like, okay, so she's like, this shirt $10 or something. And so they're giving her the money, Venmoing her the money, and they never got the clothes, and they had to pay for shipping.
Oh my gosh, she's just like robbing people blind,
dude. When she had a studio at one point, like LTL, and she got kicked out of there. But before that, she had a segment on her show of the things she likes to steal from places. So a whole half an hour would be dedicated to the things that she's stolen and where she stole them from.
Oh, that's nice. That's very conservative of her.
It's like, dude, oh my God. And I feel like a lot of people like the train wreck of it all, like Bullhorn Betty, right? People love watching her for the train wreck.
Yep. Yeah, there is a lot of, and that's another thing, like speaking of her not really knowing how YouTube works, like, because I heard her bragging to Aiden, like, well, my views have been, they haven't been higher. Everything's in the green for me. And it's like, honey, you don't know what hate watchers are.
Really?
Like,
I mean, she doesn't.
People are watching you, like, doesn't mean they like you.
Right. And other people from not our community are watching her. She's a locale. Like she is. She is. And it's not just her Karen Reed people that are watching. And she is so oblivious to what is happening. Like she's oblivious to her own reality, let alone what's going on the YouTubes. Like, has she ever ventured out of her echo chamber?
Right. So now, okay, we need Olap. I don't know if they're still here, if she's still here, but we need a segment and deep dive into this stealing things she likes to steal. Yeah, we're gonna need to see all that.
Yeah, we got
this whole consignment situation, but now on top of that, the Charlie Kirk merch that she was selling. Like, we need to see the donation receipts for that.
Yeah.
And this clothing that people bought from her, like, honey, you gonna mail that stuff out?
Yeah. And I'm gonna need to see the sexual deviant receipts.
Right. You want
I want the Baker receipts.
Right. A
Yeah.
sexual deviant.
Yeah.
Backed up with what?
Right. But yeah, I have her because I've been around the Karen Reed thing for a while, and I've it is what it is, and I kind of got put out there because I got diagnosed with cancer right before the second trial, a couple months before, and they had a GoFundMe. And I had a falling out with one of the creators, and people were going around saying that I faked cancer back then. And so I tapped out of Karen Reed because I was going through treatment and I couldn't take it, like the stress of them anymore. And after I just had a nice I even somewhat stuck up for her in my stream. You were there, you were in the chat, and
I was like, oh, because I had said something like, she's always asking people for money for her Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
I popped in the chat, and I was like, well, it's true.
It is true. Like, and nothing that people are saying, like Jolene and specifically, has not said anything that's not true. She just can't take the mirror looking back at her. The way she treated Cyberchick, that's who she is. And Julian said it too. Like, if she's doing this to Cyberchick, just know she's going to do it to every single one of them.
And hello, Crusha. Good to see you.
Crusha.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Nobody needs it. Listen, like Jimmy says, just you don't always need paper receipts. You can use your gut instinct. Okay.
I put the bunny hotline on the camera, on the stage.
See, that also makes no sense to me because, like, you're a reporter, you're this professional, like, reporter and journalist, and you're on here like, well, I don't want to show receipts. I didn't want it to be like that. Like, honey,
but that's what investigative journalism does. You are the receipt finder.
And if you want us to believe you on anything that you're coming on your platform about,
right?
Why wouldn't you? Oh, because there either is no receipts or you're lying.
Yeah.
If you would like to ask a question to Jessica, send it to me and I will take a look at it.
Was this not the rehearsal? Are we live? I thought we were backstage.
We're live. Let me see if we get any questions.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta pull these stupid dogs in before the police come.
Go ahead, take a minute. Let me just check on the chat while you go. Hi, how's the chat? How I have not watched. What is the chat thinking right now? Fuck it, we'll do it live. How's the chat? How's everybody?
Like, J7's a catfish. That ain't her in that picture. That was her when she was 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, Baker found out what she really looked like, allegedly, and Jessica said about her friend here, J7, that Baker was probably embarrassed because he was catfished. She said that about J7, and J7's up here simping for her, like, girl.
That's the thing. That was the vibe that I got from this conversation and interview as well. That, like, Jess was like, I'm gonna publicly humiliate her, but I'm gonna make it seem like, I'm nice.
Yeah.
And it was all to deflect away from, like, Jess's own messiness about the Baker stuff. And, like, let me just bring up somebody who's even messier than me.
Yeah, 100%. You nailed that on the head, girl. Like, oh my God.
But the way that she's like playing it off is like J7 has no idea that she's being used as a pawn for Jess Macchiato.
Right. Mm-hmm. J7 has no idea. She's the BFF in her eyes.
And that's so sick too, because that's what she called Cyber Chick Boston in, like, that OLAP video that she did today, where she was like, okay, bestie.
Yeah.
And then she turned on her on a dime, like, no problem, like, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the type of people you call besties?
Right. It's a manipulation tool in my eyes. It's just to manipulate them into conform, like to doing her bidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she's sitting there being like, Cyber Chick, she got all of her subs from me. Blah, blah, blah. Yo, Aiden straight up said in the exit interview, he goes, I didn't help you with your channel. And she was like, nope, I did it from X and my politics. And do you know who her first guest was? Krusty Panties. Kate Peters was her first guest on the Jess Michelle show because she knew that it would draw in the audience because she's Aiden's op.
Yeah. Come on now.
Girl, stop it. I see you. We see you.
You know we can see you, right?
Yeah. You know I can see you, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly like that.
You're good? Okay. Everything's okay? Is everything going okay? Everybody's fine?
Are they saying nice things? I can't see them.
Not really.
Apparently Danny's in the chat.
Shout out Danny, my cult leader.
Arkansas bestie just being named. You need to stop saying you're being canceled. There's one. Okay. No other questions yet. That's it. There's somebody sent me a text message, but it has nothing to do with this. Are you not watching my show? You should not message me right now. Hold on. Skip if you don't think this is appropriate. I believe if Aiden would have just said he disagreed with the sexting messages being posted, as it would make him think of what Meredith did to him. However, I think people are more influenced by Aiden over Baker. Do you agree? I wouldn't give Baker that much power.
No, that is what Aiden did. Aiden DM'd me. So I lost my temper at 2 a.m. in his Spaces. That girl, Messy Jessie, dared me to post receipts.
Whose Spaces?
A Messy Jessie hosted a Spaces with Iris.
Okay. Can I just pause you for a second? Because I said this wasn't about me, but I am telling you right now, somebody sent me a clip of that girl, Amanda. Is it Amanda?
Ashley.
Somebody asked her, did Jess Machado ever call you and tell you to stay away from Jessica Walsh? And she, like, as plain as day said yes. And I was like, I have never spoken to you in my life.
Dude, and she goes, then the cops showed up for a wellness check right after I talked to Jess. Jess called me to warn me about J7. And then right afterward, the cops showed up.
I've never spoken to her.
You understand this girl wants to wear my skin. That's literally what happened to me. So I was not going to be on Rat House that night. On a Saturday night, I was just going to be watching. All of a sudden, there's 6 police officers at my door, and someone from the internet's called in a wellness check, yet to find out who it is. But now that I have Messy Jessie, Ashley's number, I sent it to the police. We'll find out. And then a second time, I was live on air with Causey and Mary B, and the police ring the doorbell twice. It's just one officer. In neither circumstance would I call it swatting, by the way, but I am a white girl. What can you do? The second time was just one officer. Someone from the internet had heard my dogs barking in the background and called the cops. So when she did that, firstly, I obviously know you didn't call her to say that.
I don't know. All I can think is that Jess has a really bad stomach ache, and by her facial expressions in this video, like I can't even anymore. But the whole summary of this whole thing was, let me get the attention away from me about the Baker situation and just make J7 look so messy. And I'll come out looking like the normal, like sane person, and she'll look crazy. Like that's pretty much what this whole thing summed up to for me.
This was the redemption tour that crashed and burned.
And like, what is with this photo, like that she had like on her thumbnail of her in like her crusty panties?
Yeah, that was weird. Her in her bloomers.
Yeah, it's
right
like,
there.
Are you married?
She has her whitey tighties on.
Conservative married woman where?
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. Like if that was her ass at one time, it's not now. From what I've gathered from pictures or whatever, which is fine. Mine isn't either, girl. Mine isn't either. But she has a good ass. I just like that's choice. It's a choice.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. And again,
throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, but she's just giving everyone more and more ammunition to go. And now she has like the Krama people going, and like that's not going to be good for her. You know what? Too, like buddying up with that BX guy was a bad choice for her too, because now like Will's normal content is to go after creators.
Dude, she don't even know, and she admitted to not knowing like what she's like. I guess he used to do like drama and stuff before Karen. It's like, honey, that's all his audience.
That's all he was.
That was it. And now like you're going to be the next clown, and it's
right.
You're like, oh my gosh,
Right.
you just signed up. But when I saw that picture of her conservative thumbnail, I'm sorry, but this was also all I could think of.
I am fucking dead. Stop it. Oh my god, is that Shallow Hal?
Yes, so good.
Over here, who?
I love that movie.
Me too. Me too. It's a good one. Oh my god. Yeah.
I think what we're gonna reel it in with is because this I think was
This is good.
absolutely brilliantly done. Yeah, I gave it a thumbs up. Sub to Olap. I'll put their link in the description box or in the live chat too. This kind of lays out, it takes the mask off of Jess and shows you exactly who she is.
Yeah, it's sad. I'm sorry this happened to you, Cyber Chick. You're a good one.
Yeah, and I won't play this whole thing. I'm just gonna bounce around so you guys kind of get like the concept. But it was really well put together. If you guys want to watch the whole thing to get the whole perspective, but here's a little bit of it.
All of the people who are still a part of that. I'm interested. I wanted to make sure our audience got to be able to hear a little bit more about it. You're in the chat, and I think I'm wondering if this, if anybody, I know you're all, when you're all done watching this, you're all going to go to this website. You're all going to go look. You're all going to go get an idea of what we're dealing with here. And I would love it if you could either now or as soon as we disconnect from here, put everything in here in the links, so that people who come back, especially those who watch it on the replay, can click on links and go straight to your channel. Follow Cyberchick Boston on X. She's going to drop links in here. And then when we're done here today, you guys got to go and check out the story. It's absolutely wild.
So she links up with her, creates like this relationship with her and friendship and just like I don't know, I guess she would probably call it a business relationship because she had her on her show or whatever. And she thinks she's this like professional podcaster, the best in the world. And Cyberchick shares her story about her niece that was unfortunately like fell into a cult, basically, to sum it all up. There's more of it you can see on her channel as well, too, Cyberchicks.
Yeah.
And Jess exploits it, gets what she wants out of her, and then thinks like, oh, she only has subs from me. What I think happened personally is I think people were very like fascinated and like liked Cyberchick enough to subscribe, because people aren't just going to subscribe because you told them to, Machado.
Facts.
Because there's so many times that like, I mean, it's even happened for me. People will be like, yeah, sub to ATS News. And then like, I don't gain a single subscriber.
Sure.
So for people to say like, I shouted you out and, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that doesn't mean people subscribed. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It doesn't really do much unless they're subscribing. So like, no, you didn't help me build my channel. You know what I mean? People liked my story. They want to support me. And that's why they start. And I think that Jess got jealous of the following that Cyberchick Boston was getting. And like, she thought like, oh, it's because of me, where it's like, no, it's not actually. It's because they want to follow her and they want to support her. And, it
was very cruel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, bestie. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye, bestie.
4-year-old daughter. Like, I can't imagine her being in her room scrolling.
And then here she is with these clothes in the background. She's like, well, I got kicked out of my studio. I have to film in here. You don't have to film in your closet. Stop it.
Someone cut my brakes. Can someone Venmo me? Oh my God.
Stupid.
Scrolling on her phone and thinking, okay, I want a boyfriend, or I want to get married, or all my friends have boyfriends and and then Googling and then just clicking on something and then getting sucked in. And I just think, you heard a little bit about it. She has such a great like support system and family. If you can't figure it out, I like when people talk about things that people need to hear about. And I've learned it's like throwing the spaghetti on the wall. You don't know which part of it's going to stick. Like, you have no idea, how many times she can tell that story. And then the one time it's going to take off. I got to give her credit. I would like to think if something like this happened to my kids, I would also be doing that. I would figure out a way to platform it. I would figure out a way to tell the story. I'd figure out a way to come on a closet broadcast and share it with everybody. Fucking libs. I fucking hate people.
Okay, so just to kind of explain. So that was her when she was friendly with Cyberchick Boston. And then something happens and one of her like, oh, I'm going to go live and go through a drive-through. And then I'm going to treat the drive-through workers like shit.
Yeah, and Cyberchick being a nice person told her to like stop being mean to people. And she lost her ever-living mind.
Yeah, because I guess apparently you're just supposed to sit back and let people like treat other people like crap and not say anything.
Yeah.
Like you, especially food people, you guys listen, for those who don't know, like before I was a mom and stuff, like I worked in restaurant. I did bartending and serving, and it's really tough, but I will tell you, you don't want to piss off your server.
No.
You don't want to piss off the drive-through person.
She's that woman that sends back every steak and it's never right, and she wants it off for bill.
For free. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I talk to your manager, please?
Yeah, she'll eat more than 50% of it, and then she'll be like, it was gross.
A closet broadcast and share it with everybody. Fucking libs. I fucking hate people. If you don't know, I'm in line at Dunkin' because I need a second beverage.
Okay, so she says, effing libs. I effing hate people. And then Cyber Chick, no name calling. Okay, that's, you know, it's like, sorry, but like, why should we have to, as like your chat and followers, like, you know, if you can't take like criticism or like even just somebody who has like a different thought or opinion than you.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not something that you
Disagreement.
could just let it roll off your shoulders and move on. Like you had to address it, especially someone. Cyber Chick isn't somebody who's just in her chat.
Yeah.
She used her.
Mhm.
She used her story, exploited it,
Yep.
tried to act like, oh, you know, like I would do the same thing for my family and blah, blah,
Bye,
blah, blah.
bestie.
Bye, bestie.
Bye,
And
bestie.
then this is what happens to her besties.
Terrible.
Who said no name calling? About what? Lips? Fuck them. Cyber Chick, are you a Democrat? Did I not know this about you? Wait, I need to know.
And again, I can't relate to like any siding with any political side because that's just
Same.
not me. And so
Well,
it's like I can't relate to this whole, and I think that that's what's wrong with the country is on both sides, like this like division and the perpetuating the division. If you can't see that they want us to be at odds with each other and it helps them, the elite, like get stronger by keeping us divided, like then you're stupid. Oh wait, that's right. That's Jess Macchiato. That's a little too deep for Jess Macchiato.
Yeah. And like she wasn't talking about her conservative views. She was talking about like humanizing a person for not having Jess's thoughts on conservatism. So she brought it back to, oh, you're a libtard. Get the fuck out of my chat. I know this about you. Like putting her down and publicly shaming her. Like what did that do for Jess to put down a woman that just said, can you please be nice?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like that set you off. That was something that you couldn't just like roll off your shoulders and like carry on with.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard. Like, it's mean.
Oh, we got a shout out from Jolene.
Oh, I love Joe. Thanks, Jolene.
That was so kind.
That was kind.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, Jess, you don't, for somebody who's so like, oh, I'm in politics. You're not very good at this politicking on YouTube.
She did an interview with some guy from Germany, a German man, and he said, "What's so great about being American?" And she like couldn't even answer it. She was like, "It's the greatest country in the world." Well, yeah, but like, why?
Oh my gosh!
And like, it was weird. It was weird.
She's the type of American that would go to another country and like embarrass us Americans. You know what I mean? Like, oh gosh, no, we don't claim her.
Yeah, but why does it have to be politics? If you're going to do politics, have a politics channel, because not everyone's going to think like that.
That's why I feel like she's all over the place because it's like, okay, we're talking about Karen Reed and like the pro Karen Reed movement, and like obviously there's going to be political spectrums from both sides in that, because that wasn't a political thing. It was just like we all see that they're trying to bombard this woman and frame her. Right. You know, so it brought people. So why the way that she doesn't see that, like she probably lost subs just from like if you're doing political stuff, your channel has to be political then.
Right.
Like, it's all over the place.
Pick a lane.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't understand you. Nobody really understands it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Oh, Cyber Chick. Was it you saying me? Were you telling me no name calling? Cyber Chick, I'm very disappointed. You can't tell me what to do. You're a mod. You should know that.
I'm very disappointed that like you have a difference in opinion.
Yeah, it's ignorant in my opinion.
And she says, yes, let's not name call. Everyone has different opinions. Exactly. And the thing too is like most conservatives are very much like they back free speech. So free speech also
100%.
means people who have difference in opinions than you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I 100% will be in call all day, every day. So I don't know exactly what's going on in the chat. I'm about 30 seconds away from shutting this live stream out. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little off put by Cyberchick telling me not to do something. No offense. And if you're sensing me just being a little weird right now, it's just I don't like that. If you feel that way, then you can message me privately, but please don't tell me what to do on my stream. It's my stream. And I will say whatever I want. I don't care if you think that I should not say something. And that's very hard for me to say. But if we're going to be honest, I'm on my show and I don't like seeing a mod telling me to not call people names. So I will do whatever the fuck I want. And that's how that's going to be. So no offense. And Cheryl is great, but don't ever fucking tell me what to do on my stream. It's my stream. I'll call anybody
Why are
a
you
fucking
seething?
liberal or whatever I want.
Right.
Oh, Carolina, it gets worse.
And think about this too. You had this woman on your channel. You built a rapport with her, acted like she was your quote bestie.
Yeah.
And the way that you're like dragging her because she says something that, and now you're worried that she thinks differently than you do politically, and you're dragging her for that too. It's just like
all
gross.
she said was like, be nice to people. Like, what? Stop being so angry and hateful. It's so unattractive.
Yeah, there's a lot of things she does that's unattractive, like farting on her live stream.
It's my stream.
Like blowing ass. No.
Like I'm really disappointed that you did that. I don't like that. And I don't have the ability to just like not react to that right now. So
I don't like how you farted on your live stream. I don't like how you did that.
Right. Get control of your bowels before you come at me. Okay. Get control of your lactose intolerance with your whole milk.
that's what you're dealing with. I'm staring at this and I'm like, how do I handle that? Well, if you're going to call me out, I'm going to tell you I don't like that you do that. So please don't do that again. And we can talk offline, which is where I prefer that would have happened. But also, like, do not.
After dragging her, she says, but we can talk offline.
Yeah. When she publicly humiliated her for no reason because she was in a mood. Like, they have Klonopin for that.
Yeah.
Lithium, maybe. I'm not a doctor.
Anyway, I feel compelled to go on a rant for 10 minutes calling everybody a bunch of fucking names. So there's that. First of all, I cannot change how I feel or how I react to things. I'm just being honest.
That is not true. You can help how you react to things.
Yeah. Emotional intelligence.
Control? Like what?
Yeah. Right.
That seeing a mod of mine, Cyber Chick, telling me not to call people names kind of just got me feeling a certain way.
But again, she's not just a mod. She's somebody that was a victim in like this cult that took a family member away from her that you exploited and had this whole interview with.
Yeah.
So now
look
she's
at her
just a
chat.
mod.
Her chat's like, Jess, are you okay? What the fuck is going on right now? Like, and just so we're clear, this says everything about her and nothing about Cyber Chick. This has nothing to do with Cyber Chick. She was being cruel because that's what she does apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And this doesn't say anything about Cyber Chick. This says about her. This
is cruelty for her is entertainment on her channel.
Yeah, it's sick.
But when Jolene does comedy and points out truths and contradictions and exposes her, then that's, what did she call it? Extremely cruel, or what did she say?
Yeah.
Exceptionally cruel.
Yeah, she self snitches all the time.
How to articulate that exactly, I don't know. I am telling you that it's changed my vibe. It makes me feel like I don't want to keep going on this, that I want to have a side conversation, and that's just making me feel a certain way. There's no other way to stop that or whatever. It's not that deep. It's not that big of a deal. This isn't like to be exploited as like Jess doesn't like people telling her what to do or can't hear other people give their opinions. But I've created a space specifically for me to do just that. So that's my thing here is I have made this space so I can give my opinion on things. And I do not really do well with inside this space being told what to do. I also don't like that it like makes me feel like I'm not doing something right. I'll take feedback. I will take offline things, but in a moment while I'm sitting here and I'm talking about something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm getting a vibe that it's coming from a political side of things, now I'm very terrified.
How is she getting a vibe that it was like taking a political side of things?
I have family members that are very conservative and they would never treat somebody that way.
And it
not
wasn't
ever.
years ago where like the conservatives were like, oh, they're all those libs are a bunch of snowflakes and they're so sensitive. But she's acting like a snowflake, quote unquote. Like I don't know. That's what the terminologies they would
By
use.
definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna skip ahead again. You guys could check out the full breakdown and it'll go even deeper. But pretty much, you know, she says something along the lines of like, if my mods aren't linking, if people say merch and they're not linking my merch link, you know, that's a problem. If people aren't linking, like talking about how her mods should be there to like support and like help monetize things for her. It's like, yeah, but Cyber Chick was also somebody that you welcomed in your channel as like, you know, like she went through something traumatic and let's support her and follow her story and help get her story out there. Like it's not just this moderator for you.
Right.
And it
She was
turned into
content.
that. Yeah, exactly. So Cyber Chick says, hey, Jessica, responding to your chat in my live last night, I appreciate you reaching out. At this point, I think it's best we go our separate ways. Wishing you and everyone here all the best. And then, of course, Jess flips
The fuck out. Unhinged.
Yeah, and like goes on and on for like multiple live streams, right?
Multiple. Yeah.
And then she decides like, oh, I'm gonna get glasses like hers and I'm gonna mock her looks. Like, oh, I hope the little mocking and playing around that we did tonight like is payback. Like, sorry, like how's it feel?
Yeah. And like moderators are not servants. Like it's an unpaid role that's like a fan of your channel, and you guys are, it's like it, you know, apparently there was a business deal, like I want subs or whatever. Like this woman, this is what's wrong with the internet and creators when they get too big for the britches and they think that moderators and subs owe them something. Like, just so everybody knows, you don't owe a creator anything. You owe them nothing. So just being there should be like, thank you. But no. Like this went so far left that a lot of people left her channel after this. And it was like rightfully so, in my opinion. If she's going to do it to Cyber Chick, she's going to do it to you too.
Yeah.
Let me just cross that one off real fast. 7 Nancy Guthrie update. And then whatever else I feel like fucking doing. One day I said, I wish I had blue wanted to be and do. It went against the fiber of my fucking being, but I did it because I thought that it was a good lesson in kindness. And then there's these. You guys delivered. Cyber Chick Boston. I'll regret this. I will regret this partnership for the rest of my adult life.
Like, why?
Every single solitary thing I did.
And she would say, well, it's just for entertainment. It's just for fun. It's just drama for, you know, being over dramatic for content. It's like, it's a little much.
It's just a lot.
Like how it went down. Like if Cyber Chick was somebody who really dragged you and backstabbed you, I could understand this much more.
Right.
But that's
she
not
did
what
nothing
happened.
wrong.
Yeah.
Did with you was like swimming upstream. It went against the current on everything that I wanted to be and do. It went against the fiber of my fucking being, but I did it because I thought that it was a good lesson in kindness and giving. And it's part of the reason why I'm doing this YouTube class that I'm doing, because I need to be able to do something and get people on channels, and it has to feel better about, I have to feel better about that. And so, because if I didn't, and I didn't get new people and have them come in and then be appreciative and kind about it, I will just be left with you. And the last thing you did, which is after I fucking texted you, you left me on fucking red. And
why wouldn't she leave you on red with the way that you talk to her in your live stream in front of all those people? Like, even though it's an online chat, like you're still like trying to humiliate somebody publicly.
Over and over and over and over.
Yeah, multiple lives. So now she's like, oh, you know, even though you left me on red, why wouldn't she?
Right.
And yeah, I agree with Side Eyes says, because Cyber Chick was the one who dared not to engage. And that's what kind of set Cyber Chick apart from like her other subs who are there to like hate on people and like hate bond. Cyber Chick was somebody who she used as content. You know what I mean? So it's like she came to the platform on a different basis than a lot of those in chat. So when she said something that that wasn't like an echo chamber, she couldn't take it.
Right.
Hi,
Sorry. I was gonna say in her crash out about how she really felt about the interview that she did with Cyber Chick. Another telling moment. Like, that's foul. Like, is that who you are in your heart, girl?
But this is what people think about this, just from Olap's video that she put together, laying it out. What kind of person rages out about someone kindly asking to go separate ways and drawing a boundary? A rage pig. While I was being the talent, and that's a quote from Jess. Oh my word. I have to snort with laughter when she mentions kindness. She is ridiculous, allegedly. And then it's like people see you.
They do see you, except for the hateful rabid rabbits that are in the chat that are just as hateful. Like, how can you live that way? It's exhausting.
Yeah, so I'm really sorry that happened to you, Cyber Chick, but honestly, like, I'm glad you got away. I'm glad you got away. Because
you did the right thing, because it wouldn't have gotten better.
It's it is getting scary. Yeah, it's getting scary.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
No, I just, I think that she got into this not knowing how YouTube works, and her brand is a choice, and she can rectify this and get better. If not, she's going to be a laughing stock, and she's going to be Krama's gift that keeps on giving and doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
So shut up, bitch.
That's our final advice for
Amen.
Jack.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming on and hanging out tonight. It's 2 hours went by quick for me. I hope it wasn't like too long keeping you here, but thank you so much for popping on. If you guys aren't subbed to Amy, I'm going to link her channel in my chat again, and it'll be in the title, the description box as well. So, anywhere else you want people to find you at?
Oh, I'm on X. I think I'm at Amy 1980 Boston 1985 Amy. I'm over there, and just my YouTube channel. Thank you for having me. I had fun. We should do this again.
Yeah, we definitely should, because
it's fun.
I had to take a little break from Lauren Matthias because this stuff was just getting too out of control. We had to iron it out. But Lauren is all over the place too. Like, I don't know if you've seen like what she's been up to this week, but apparently her and Grayson are like we're at some trial, and John's home watching the kid and Grayson's dog.
And they're with the FLDS people. And she's hard nippling in the forest somewhere. I don't know. I might cover it.
I'll be there in your live chat then.
Yeah, I might cover it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. So stay on the lookout for content during the week. Usually it'll be short videos or video uploads, and then we go live Friday and Saturday night. And thanks again, Amy. And I guess we will call it a night. So
bye, guys.